Hey guys and guys, Vetemor here, and today we've got something special for you guys. It's the first episode of the vetcast. That's the Vetemor Podcast featuring our special guest, the ILVBull. So to kick things off, I'd like you to introduce yourself if you can and share your story.
Sure. My name is ILVBull. That's what I'm on Discord. You me, I'm sure, a bunch. And Twitter, ILV will kill Axie. And I went all in on ILV. I noticed it when I was about 60, went all in about 375, 400 level. I had just taken a major loss on NBA Top Shots, about 150,000 and about 25,000 more in NFTs. And I had about 400 grand left, and I was looking to make a play to go all in. And I evaluated about the top 1,000 cryptos, believe it or not. And I found that ILV had the most upside by far out of any crypto that I've ever seen. Been in crypto since 2016, late 2017. Bought my first Bitcoin at 18,000. Had a ton of FOMO. Stayed in it when it dropped 3,000. That's when I really made my play. And yeah. I've learned a lot over the years, and ILV is the best opportunity I've seen since I've been investing. I'm 29 years old. I don't have a job. I do philanthropy. I just invest. And right now I'm literally just all in on ILV. That's all I do is eat, breathe, and sleep it.
So you're an OG crypto guy. Nice. So are you staked into ILV or?
Yeah, I'm staked. I got over 1,900 coins staked in the ILV core. Been experimented with the sushi. I'm not that smart, to be honest with you, so I'm lucky that I just got into the core staking pool of the ILV. Had to research a lot about that, but it's been good.
So you're not really in the SLP pool?
I've never staked anything into that at all.
No, that's fair enough. And out of like all the other projects that you researched, because it sounds like you did a lot of research, 1,000 projects. What is it that you love?
Yeah.
Pardon?
I said, when you're ready to go all in and you know that diversification is not the way to make money. Once I figured that out through losing so much money and investing in the stock market, I made a lot, but I realized I need to have one vision, not two visions, not 10 visions. I need one thing to work. So I evaluated the top 1,000 cryptocurrencies, and Illuvium, it was about, when I saw it was probably like 270, 280 on the crypto ranks. And that changed everything when I saw Illuvium. And I realized, okay, I compared it with Axie Infinity like everybody's done. And obviously I saw the huge potential. And even what's behind it, which is Star Atlas. There's so much gap between Illuvium and Star Atlas. It's just, this is the thing. Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Well, since you're a young guy, I mean, especially if you're not like some huge multi-millionaire or something, putting all your eggs into one basket that you really believe in and going hard is just a good risk to take, can be, because like, even if you go down to nothing, you're not at an age where you've got to support people and all that stuff. So, but if it works out, it works out to an insane degree.
Lose that fear. That's everybody's fear. That's what's holding them back. I have so many friends. Oh, I bet $500 on Shiba. Why are you wasting your fucking time betting $500 on Shiba? I'm shoving ILV down your throat at 300 and you're waiting for the dip. People are so afraid too of something that's a high price on a coin. They don't realize the market cap is fucking tiny. So I'm hoping I'm making this video to maybe educate people. I see you have you're getting good on YouTube. You're solid. And I think people are going to watch this and gain some more conviction because my friends still aren't buying into ILV and I don't stop blowing them up. So I'm seeing why people aren't going all in like me. It doesn't make sense. So here I am, Vetemor.
100%. But the other thing is, so you've been in the market, you get crypto, you've been looking into Axie and all of that. And like for me personally, it took going into Axie Infinity, losing like £2,000 on there.
You played it.
So I actually played, yeah. But I think I bought Axie's at the peak price of like the characters, and then it started to like the price started to drop as there was just like too many. And
it's like I got it on NBA Top Shot. You bought it on the hype and got fucking slammed.
Yeah.
I know what you're.
But I'm super grateful to Axie because because going through the Axie process allowed me to really learn to really get crypto gaming, because crypto gaming isn't something that it immediately just hits you and you're just like, well, that's just a no-brainer. You need experience to get there. So what experiences or what do you think people need to know to really be able to get that, and to really understand why ILV is as bullish as we both believe it to be?
Well, when I was younger, I was a huge avid Pokemon collector and Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and that died off for me. But having that in the back of your mind, and then when you project ILV against Axie Infinity, which is number 24 right now, but you have to also keep in the back of your mind the whole NFT scope, like CryptoPunks. Why the fuck have those gotten so humongous? You've got to keep that in the back of your mind. NFTs are unexplored. They're still they're in their infancy. So I see CryptoPunks, I see Axie Infinity, and then I stumbled upon Illuvium and I stopped my search. I'm just like, holy shit. This is because people want to buy into something they can fucking personally relate to or have a feeling to. They can't do that with Bitcoin. You can't do it with Ethereum. You can't do it with all these weird altcoins. Axie Infinity is that's the cusp of it. I don't want to sound like everybody else. I know everyone's thinking like me as well. But even a Star Atlas, they're so far out there. You know what I mean? Illuvium has the group to become a top 5 crypto in probably the next 2 years. If it doesn't become a top 5 crypto by 2024, I'm not going to say my thesis was wrong, but I'll be shocked.
I mean, I actually heard Kieran in an interview, and he was actually saying, somebody asked him, like, what's going to be bigger, crypto gaming or DeFi? And he was actually like, well, honestly, like, DeFi is going to win in the end, like 20, 30 years down the line. But over the next 5 years, like, crypto gaming is going to be way bigger. And the reason why DeFi is eventually going to take over the world and crypto is because crypto gaming is going to onboard and educate so many people. Like, going through the Axie process, like, seriously taught me a lot about the crypto space that I didn't fully get before, like, fully going through that process. Before that, I was just like buying on exchanges, holding on exchanges, and you're not actually interacting with the networks, actually seeing what it's all about,
That's what people latch on to, is that interactive feature. You saw Atlas in the trailer, how cute it was. People, that just draws at their heartstrings, and I know that. And when you know that, and the thing about Illuvium is, my God, the market cap, the outstanding coins is like 643,000. Everybody's so focused on March. What's going to happen in March when everybody unlocks their coins and they sell everything? They're so worried about it. It's going to be a contrarian event. It's not going to be a sell event in March. It's going to moon in March, or even by March. I expect it to be at 3K going into March, because I think beta will be released by then. And it's just, people are so worried about finding the dip. Just get in now, dollar cost average in. You don't have to buy a full ILV. Go to crypto.com. Don't pay the gas fees. Don't be stupid. Or don't wait for it to be released on Coinbase either. You're going to miss the boat. Once it's released on Coinbase, it's going to go up 100%. That's maybe conservative. Start dollar cost averaging now into Illuvium. You have a second shot at Bitcoin. It's not too expensive. It's extremely cheap.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I would say it's, in my personal opinion, it is better to be like staking it. But if you can't afford to bang like $5,000 or more and all that, definitely crypto.com, just DCAing into that is definitely
you got to go from crypto.com to the staking protocol. That's just the first step. You got to stake the coins. But crypto.com is a good way to get started instead of paying a huge gas fee to convert from a MetaMask or a 1inch or a Sushi. But you've got to get in staking. You have to. Nobody even realizes what's going to happen when these in-game, that the profits coming from the in-game and they're giving back to the stakers. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You don't. I don't. But I'm ready to wait for it. And I'm here now. And people are talking about making 400% in Sushi. I haven't done that. I'm not technical enough. I just have my money in the ILV protocol. But there are so many opportunities in here. People are talking about buy Hex. Why would you buy Hex? It's the number 4 coin. You can just stake it. You can stake Illuvium, and it draws at people's heartstrings. They love it. And they don't know about it yet. I don't think there's more than 50,000 holders. I'm just projecting that. I know it says there's only about 12,000, but it's not factored in the stakers. I don't think more than 50,000, 40,000 people have Illuvium. You're early if you know about it. If you're here, you need to go all in.
Yeah, no, I get a few people in my comments being like, oh, I saw it at like like $500. I saw it at $300. Things I've missed the boat. All this, and I know some people. They're like, we bought in at 500, but we haven't stopped buying, and we're going to be buying till like 1,500, maybe even higher. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm still a buyer. I totally understand. My friend texted me, oh shit, I was gonna buy at 750. I missed it. I was like, well, yes, you did, but still get in. The market cap is what, 700 million right now? Fully diluted. Who cares? Who cares? That's not until March. Who cares? In March, the ILV price could be 4,000. And I can't time the market. You can't time the market. So start dollar cost averaging in. That's all I can recommend.
I'll be honest, I liked what you said about March earlier, that you don't actually foresee a drop. I do foresee a drop, but I actually foresee a drop like a few weeks before the actual date that it's going to happen, because people are just going to be scared, you know? So they're just going to be selling. And then the tokens are going to unlock, and the prices could very well just go way up. I think those early investors are just absolute morons if they sell, because they're fucking themselves, you know? They'd be getting way more from the Revdis than from anything else, and they want the ILV price to stay high, because if they sell 100% of their revenue distribution rewards, the price of ILV stays the same. It makes no difference, because that much ILV has been bought, gets distributed, then that much gets sold. Like, it literally changes the price in no way. So just selling Revdis is just, and I have heard Aaron recently. He was like, after the trailer released, he was just like answering questions on the Discord, and someone asked him like, what about the March price dip and all this? And he was like we've spoken to a few of these guys, and like they've got no real intention of selling, and we don't have any intention of selling. We're here for the rest of our lives, like at least the next 10 years or whatever. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, people are making a huge mistake about March, a humongous mistake, and that's the most chatter I hear about, even about people that aren't newbies, people that have been in the Discord for a while, and they think they know it all. They're already, they think they know it all. They think they bought all they need. I'm going to wait until March for a dip. Okay, so by March, I think beta might be released by then. Do you have any idea what the price of Illuvium is going to be? I'm projecting about 4,000.
Even if there's a dip, it's going to be way higher than the price right now. So
the market cap is 700 million. There's no choice for it. I mean, I barely graduated high school. I'm not a genius, and I see this. You know what I mean, Vetemor?
I mean, I did not go to university or college or anything. I kind of had to drop out. That's my thing.
That's what the smart people do.
Yeah. So, what is your investment strategy long term with Illuvium? What do you plan to do?
Illuvium is my exit strategy, so I'm all in Illuvium. I've got over 1,900 staked, and I don't plan on selling. I have never even thought about selling. It's probably, I akin it to people who invested in Tesla about 7-8 years ago and are still holding now because they know the future hasn't been set yet. So why would they sell? Even though I haven't made as much as them, let's be honest, I haven't. But the future, nothing's been played out. The game hasn't been released. My biggest mistake in investing has been underestimating my investment thesis, underestimating it. That's a huge mistake you can make. You think you've done well, you've made 300%, I need to sell. Maybe it's, no. This Illuvium is the exit strategy. The market cap is 700 million and nothing has happened yet. So I'm projecting that my exit strategy, I've thought about selling in my head 250,000 per coin. That's what I've thought about, but I don't even know if I would sell then. We'll see what happens because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm totally ready to hold, and the best part about it is you see Kieran on Twitter. He's fighting for his company. Anybody that goes against him, the guy's got a set of balls. You got to appreciate. They all got a set of balls, and that's what drew me into Illuvium. Von Neumann, Kieran, and Aaron, rock solid, and even Kane. I mean, that guy's fucking, he knows what he's fucking doing, my God. Let's be honest here. I'm telling you, I'll say it again. I'm being repetitive, but there is no better opportunity in crypto than Illuvium. I'm not just trying to pump it down your throat because I have so many. I want you all to be rich. I do.
You know who Von Neumann is, right?
Yeah, it's Grant.
Yeah. Because you said Von Neumann, but yeah.
Though, I love that. That was one thing that drew me in. I loved it. I like these guys.
I'll be honest, I still think of him as Von Neumann. It's really hard to make the switch.
And people, we're gonna in 10 years from now, no one's gonna know what that is. When we're gonna have what $100 million net worth. We're gonna talk. Me and you are gonna be in the Hamptons having a toast. People are gonna be like, Von Neumann, who the fuck's Von Neumann? They're all playing the game on their phone at the same time.
OG memes, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm actually curious though. Beyond like investing in Illuvium, do you actually plan on like playing the game?
Absolutely. Can't wait for the game to come out. Can't wait for it to come out.
What's your plan with playing the game?
See, I made the mistake in NBA Top Shots when that first came. It's like, I'm going to be a whale. I got to be a whale. So I was in the 0.1%. Didn't really know what I was doing. Kind of feel the same way about land and how the game is starting. I'm kind of going to finesse it. I've already got so much of it. I don't want to lead people astray because I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I don't know how the game's going to work. I don't know how land's going to work. So I'm kind of waiting on the silence to see what smarter people will do, smarter than me. So I've already got so much at stake personally. I'm not the best person to ask about land or what they're going to do in the game because I can only speculate so much. I just know that Illuvium is the best opportunity in crypto.
So my strategy when the game comes out is to just like grind really hard and not sell any alluvials because I'm just going to bang like, I might even claim some SLV at that point, probably buy some because that's the best way. Buy some SLV, bang it in the game, maybe like 2K, 10K, whatever. And then just spend all of that on traveling and catching alluvials and just do that for like, definitely going to be playing for like 2 weeks, like 12 hours a day. Because in the very beginning, it's going to be as easy as it's ever going to be to catch them. Because as they get caught, there's less left to catch. So they become harder to catch and rarer to catch until that generation ends and they start the next generation. And then once the generation ends, these OG original first gens, they're going to be the rarest, most collectible ones in the game. And they're going to be expensive in a few years, like 100%.
That's very interesting. So you're saying you're going to be an early mover to start playing the game and try to capture alluvials and hoard them.
I think it's not just me. It's not just me, but like, yeah. And then like over the next 3 years, like slowly just like sell them. And then by the end of those 3 years, I'll still probably have like 50% of them left. And I'll probably never sell some of them just for like sentimental reasons, to be honest.
I don't blame you with all that. And that's starting to blow my mind to think about it because I got into this thinking it was bigger than a crypto play. It was so much more immersive than that. And hearing you talk about it, it's like, holy fuck. This is not a fucking Dogecoin, a Hex, a Bitcoin. It's so much bigger than that. There's so much more behind it. I'm just wrapping my mind around exactly what I'm getting myself into with these in-game profits that no one can realize how big they'll be. No one knows how much alluvials are going to sell for. So I can't wait to be around for all that and watch it all. I mean, I'm sure once the game gets more hyped, I'm going to be ready to play too. I'm going to spend. And the thing about me is I'm not going to want to play tier 0, tier 1. I'm going to need to get to tier whatever it is. So I'm ready to spend. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way.
100%. It's going to be a fun ride. I remember earlier when you were saying about like NFTs and like CryptoPunks and all that and like why are they so successful? The thing that I see is there's loads of people that have become multi-millionaires from crypto. And it's these people, their identity is literally like surrounded by and immersed in crypto. Like that's just a big part of who they are. So CryptoPunks, those are the first NFTs. So then they're just super popular because they want to have a piece of that. They want to be part of that. And then with Illuvium, right, it's another level because you don't just own this piece. You actually get to experience it within the game and within that metaverse. And then when Illuvium make future games, all of these alluvials, they will be usable in some way, even if it's just like a pet, like in an MMORPG, and it's just your pet that follows you around. It doesn't really like add any, but like you can still do that and flex, you know, with your holographic Ramfire.
When you see somebody's picture on Twitter and they have like a punk, okay, I respect that. Or they have like a monkey, those apes or something else. You're like, do you not realize how fucking stupid this is and how lame this is? Like, I'm thinking, man, when Illuvium comes out, people with the pictures of the punks and the apes on Twitter, like, they'll realize Illuvium is you can actually feel them and touch, not really, but immerse yourself into this world, which right now people are going crazy over a picture. And Illuvium takes a picture beyond that to a video, to playing a game, to making money off the game. Especially, people who gamble. I gamble high stakes too. And I can't imagine how whales are going to gamble up with their ETH on a battle. I have my Ramfire versus your, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a genius about it. I just know this is the best crypto project. So here I am.
Yeah, the wagering is going to be really exciting. That's
incredible.
Going to be a big part.
Yeah. Axie Infinity, I don't think will exist. It'll exist like a Nintendo 64 did after the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? It'll be there. But even a Star Atlas, I don't think people are going to care. I don't. I
think the biggest mistake that Axie really made was that they actually made loads of money. And then at that point, they didn't reinvest and get like a huge team and really start working on like upping their game, getting more things out, expanding their verse. They're still in beta. And it's been like, I don't know,
it's insane.
A long while, right?
The game is so whack. And they have so many people that play it nonstop and people that don't work to play it. So to me, that's what opened my eyes about Illuvium. And I'm sure everybody has very similar thesis about that, but I don't think they understand what the ceiling is. And I think the ceiling is a top 5 crypto that will challenge Bitcoin and Ethereum.
You think it could challenge Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Yeah, the only reason that it may not be able to challenge Bitcoin is you see a lot of coins that are around Bitcoin's level. Like, look at a YFI coin. It reached 80,000, pulled back down. It doesn't feel like the whales, they don't want anything to be on Bitcoin's level. I know that it doesn't matter with market cap. Illuvium has half the coins, but the only thing that worries me is they don't want anything to be on Bitcoin's level because the whales that own Bitcoin are just, there's a lot. And that Bitcoin's obviously number one, and people that are institutionalized don't understand any other crypto. That'd be my only little worry in the back of my head, but I don't worry about it, if that makes sense.
Well, I see a lot of people have said, like, as ILV price grows, Axie is also going to be expanding and all that. But then Axie actually, they will be growing for some time still, potentially. But the thing with Axie is we're not going to be like limited or linked to them because like what they earn as like revenue from 1 million players, we earn that from like 200,000 or even just like 100,000 active players. So our revenue stream works completely differently. And the other reason why I think, the tokenomics are insane. And the other reason why it could actually end up being at a higher price than Bitcoin, potentially, is because the ILV price actually has nothing to do with people speculating on a token. Because it literally no longer is a speculative token. It's literally based on how much revenue you receive for owning one of those tokens and staking it. So if you're earning $100,000 a month for having 100 of these tokens, that you're not going to be like, if you stake that token and you're earning more than like 30-40% per year back just through revenue, the price has to go up because it's got to balance around like 20% or 10%, right? For it to make sense. Otherwise it's just too good. And people are going to be buying that up. If you're getting your money back within a year, people are buying that up and the price is going up. And then there's buy pressure from revenue. Like, it's just...
That's why I think everyone's underestimating this so much. You know what I mean? Nobody's really seen anything like it besides Axie, and that's got the 25 over a whack-ass video game that's fucking stupid from 1996. Not trying to bash anybody that owns Axie, but it's fucking whack. When you've seen Illuvium, and even Star Atlas, Axie's fucking whack. And that's why everyone's underestimating what Illuvium can be, and that's why I think Illuvium can easily have a 1 trillion market cap in the next 5 years. People don't understand the adoption that will come. I wonder what real video game companies like Ubisoft or EA, what are they going to do when fucking Illuvium actually has that 50 billion, 100 billion market cap? It's going to be too hard to ignore.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to ignore, but they can't fully adopt this strategy because they're not about to convert into a DAO because they don't want to let go. they don't want to let go. They don't. See, Illuvium, as I've heard Kieran say, like we've set such a high bar in how decentralized it is that, like, even if they do like a project that's like, oh, we give you like 20% of our like entire revenue, we give it as tokens or whatever. It's just like, well, Illuvium's given 100%. Fuck you guys, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's just no competition.
There's no competition. It doesn't take a fucking college graduate from Harvard to understand the tokenomic structure, especially from a guy that started on Bitcoin, looking at the 20 million supply. Illuvium has a 10 million supply right now, 624,000. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not worried about the 10 million supply. I'm not, because you're going to get priced out of the asset if you're so focused on what the supply is. The supply now is 64,500, I think. That's what matters.
640,000.
I own 1,900 of those. So that's a big piece. That's why this price is going up so much. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy like you. Nothing special. I didn't even graduate college. So I'm just saying, once the mainstream adopts this, Vetemor, I mean, I even saw a coin like Phantom. I hate to bring another coin to this, but Phantom, a blockchain coin, go from, when I was researching Illuvium, I was very close to pulling the trigger on Phantom, going all in. But I chose Illuvium. That also went from 240 to about, I think right now, 30. It's completely separate type of crypto, but I don't think people realize how stupid Illuvium can get the price, especially in the short term before March. I think it's going to get very stupid, especially because you're going to have a Coinbase edition, a Gemini edition. Those two things alone, you're going to see 3,000 immediately with Illuvium. People are waiting for Coinbase. They're a little bit waiting for Gemini as well. So I think people are underestimating. They're worried about March. They're worried for the wrong reasons. They're worried that they don't have enough money to buy a full coin. Those are all things that don't matter. It's just like Bitcoin back in 2017 when it was 3,000 for all those years, and you were worried about buying Bitcoin because it was $3,000. It's the same thing, but you have a better opportunity now with Illuvium because Vetemor just told you how much money you can make when the game is actually being played. So knowing that, I just don't know how you guys aren't all in.
I do have a revenue distribution video that actually says like a predictions for how much you would be able to make depending on how many ILV you have, depending on how many players are playing the game. That video was conservative, but making that video made me so much more bullish on Illuvium. The cool thing about Illuvium is I got in, like, invested a tiny amount, and then the more research I did, the more bullish I got. And usually you do more research and then you end up finding some kind of bug down the line and you're just like, that ruins it. But the deeper you dig on Illuvium, just the better it gets. I've heard a few people making like snide comments like, this is a scam for this reason. And I'm just sort of like, bro, like poor guy. They're like, this is a very intelligently put together scam. And it's just like, what? No, why make it so elaborate? You know, you can do a scam so much easier than all this.
I actually second what you're thinking. I've heard people talk about, especially I've seen people worried about the trailer. It's not all gameplay. It was a cinematic trailer with gameplay, and it's exactly what they gave you. And it was better than any fucking game trailer you've ever seen for any fucking game you've ever played. We all know that. But people who missed the boat, like I don't even remember the guy's name. I don't care. Some YouTube channel is bashing it now about it doesn't look real. The fuck you kidding? You missed the boat. We get it. You don't need to make a YouTube fucking video about it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it doesn't look real, or that doesn't look like a game. That's not a gameplay trailer. These are both compliments. Because
I suck in all the bearish energy I can get. Every time I see a bearish comment, I buy 25 more ILV and add it to stake. Every time I see a bearish comment. Every single time. That's cool. We need bears. And Kieran, I love him. It's one of the reasons I got into this. I read the boy's story, and there's been a lot of articles about him. They're rich. They've done well. And I think they're geniuses. I think all three of them are. And I wouldn't have chosen this project if it wasn't so unique. I would not have.
I am actually curious. Do you plan on buying land?
Now, how's that going to be set up? Does anybody really know? Nobody has really an idea of how it's going to be set up. I mean, I heard it's going to be a Dutch auction. I'm English. I don't even know what that means, but I'll be there. Yes, I'll be there. Of course, I'll be there, and I'll have Ethereum if that's what it costs. I don't know what it costs. I really don't even know anything about it.
Oh, bro, you got to buy some SILV, man.
Everybody's telling me I need to be staked in SILV. Like I said, I'm not a genius.
No. That's SLP. That's the staking thing.
Oh,
right. You got to buy some SILV. So,
and I thought it's like smooth love potion, right?
No. Thing, SILV is synthetic ILV, essentially.
See, I'm learning. Like I told you, I'm not a genius.
Yeah. So right now you're staked in ILV, right?
In the core pool, yes.
Yeah. So when you claim your rewards, it lets you claim it either in ILV or in SILV.
Or SILV. I always ILV because I feel like that's the most valuable asset.
That is 100% the most valuable choice. But if you claim ILV, then it locks it away for a year and then it becomes unlocked, right? But if you,
I don't think that's true.
It is
because I've claimed it. I've claimed it, and I've done it very recently. I claim it, and it goes immediately into my stake. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it goes into your stake, and it's locked into your stake for a year.
Okay, I'm learning stuff new all the time about Illuvium.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm lucky to be here. I'm still learning.
But then, if you were to claim it in the SILV, you would actually have that immediately in your MetaMask. You'd literally withdraw it, like it's immediately in your MetaMask. But the SILV, you can only use that in a land sale or in the game as currency.
I knew that. And that's why I was like, I need ILV because I feel like the ILV governance token is the Bitcoin, the fuel, everything. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with you. However, there are some people out there who have claimed SILV just to like sell it on the market for profit or whatever. Some people have been doing some other stuff. But the point being, within the land sale, SILV has the same dollar value as ILV at that time, right? So they're worth the same within the game or within the land sale. And then right now, you can actually buy SILV for around $500 each. So they're around like half the price of the full ILV token. So if you bought SILV on the market, you're just immediately doubling your money that you can spend within the land sale, essentially.
I knew I was missing out on something. I knew it. I knew I was forgetting something. There's people in Discord.
I think a lot of people are missing out on this, and it's surprising just how many people are. Yeah.
I'm people in Discord are like, don't tell them too much because you're being too nice, type of a thing.
Yeah, I know. I've had people actually say like, "Oh, I almost don't know if we should be telling people this because like,
shut up, the stake's going to decrease by 20%. Stop." And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
I'm that guy trying to get all the information and then trying to share absolutely all of it with the community because that's what it's all about. Not everyone's into it. Some people don't like in-depth content, but if you want to go deep, this is the place to be.
I'm learning something. Appreciate it.
No, of course.
I don't know everything either. I'm just a guy didn't graduate college, so I'm lucky to be here in Illuvium. And I do think this crypto is the most upside out of any that I've researched in the top 1,000.
100%. Cool, man. Well, is there anything else, or should we wrap it up shortly?
Whatever you want to do, my friend. If you have any more thing you want to talk about, I'm game. If not, you want to wrap it up, I'm cool.
It kind of feels like we've spoken about everything. And yeah, how do you feel? Anything you want to add?
No, dude, I feel great. I feel like we had a great talk. I feel like people may be more knowledgeable and have more conviction if they listen. I do. And like I learned even stuff about what you said about the land sale. I want to learn more about that. So I'm eager and I'm always going to be in the Discord.
Well, if people want to find you, I will link your Twitter and your Discord in the description of this video.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And I hope it was a solid talk. I do.
No, genuinely, man. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on here. You're a fucking legend.
Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be in the Discord. Like I said, I'm retired, so I'm just going to be hanging out in Discord.
Well, I'm excited to grab a beer with you sometime when we're riding out on our yachts.